Hello, it's nice to see you here, Bas. You're the general manager, the CEO, or however you call yourself, of Serious Gaming. And first of all, I'd like you to tell us some words about how the last months and weeks have been for Serious Gaming as a clan.
Well, first of all, it's been really busy because we have just the introduction of StarCraft 2. So that means in general that you have to start building up a new team. Something that we have already commenced doing like 2 or 3 months ago. But now with the real version out, everything is going to be a bit more serious and there's more things to look at. There's a lot of competitions. On top, we have been we have mixed successes. We won Quake on last weekend, but actually today was a comparatively really unsuccessful day. This morning, Violet was playing to qualify for World Cyber Games Korea, and he is in the last 4, but lost this morning, so he's got one more chance tomorrow. And Avek lost this afternoon, just like half an hour ago, against Gilson in the semi-finals. So today was actually a really bad day, to be honest.
All right, so now to take a look at the bigger picture. If you compare Serious Gaming to most other successful professional clans, you notice that there's quite a big difference in the strategy in terms of how you treat your website. Most clans really put a lot of effort into it, while you only see it as some kind of communications channel. Can you explain us the background and the reasoning behind this decision?
Yeah, well, it's basically very simple. When I started off, there were already websites, so they were already founded. A website like SK Gaming was already there 5 years before I ever heard about what esport actually is. And so I thought that the biggest chance to be a survivor in this industry is to first of all focus on players. And I think that, or that is my opinion, you can be a kind of lucky in the start that your website by accident also becomes like a community website. I think that is, I don't say it's luck for SK Gaming, but in the time when SK Gaming started, they were one of the first ones. They were also one of the first ones to put really attention into a website. So it is from that moment on, it kind of grew naturally as being a big esports website. And I also know that if you want to do that properly, you need a full staff. You cannot just do that yourself or do that together with somebody. You need like really 5, 6, 7, 8 people that are dedicated to a website, who are, besides willing to do it, also are reliable and on top capable. Because there's a lot of people with good intentions, but there's only a few that can execute good ideas. So that is my main reason. I've always had the ambition, especially in the beginning, to have a small team. So we also do not talk about management and stuff. We just, the people who run the things in our team are just, people, not like you are the manager for this or you are the CEO or something. I mean, in general, we deal with kids, Well, everybody mentioning CEO under the age of 40, I mean, is already to start with a joke. So I don't even call myself that way. And but let's get back to your question. My main focus was to get good results. My main focus was to get good players, and from that on, start to get sponsorship. And actually, currently, we are making the next step towards a better community-driven website with all the features, with videos, with live stream, with everything that you expect of a website nowadays. But that has always been a second priority. I mean, we are comparatively very successful with our players. I think that for a team with our budget, we win a shitload. I mean, we just win a lot of tournaments, and that is also the reason, for example, why we, well, not focus, but our focus point is on Quake Live, because I don't think with my budget I cannot be the best in the world in 3 games. that is just, first of all, that's not payable, and second of all, even if you would have the money, it still is very difficult to be successful. So I rather stick to a vast group of players that I have, be with them and have them for a long time, and try to be successful. And that is, in general, how I started it off and what my strategy was in the beginning. And that kind of worked out. And we have lived basically, and we still live, of other media. Look, it's very normal, like a website in our scene is very normal, but if you take traditional sports, they have never had an outlet for themselves. They all have always lived from their newspapers, from international newspapers. So that is what I also do. I live off the media that I got on all the websites. And now our focus will be, next to the team, also on creating a good website.
Sounds good. You already mentioned that you focus on Quake Live. What are the reasons why you think that Quake Live is the best discipline to focus on for you, and how do you see the current state and the future of the scene?
Well, the reason why I focused on it was actually kind of by accident. Or not really by accident, but I mean, we have really good players in it. So, I mean, if you have that, then and your players are that good, then it's very normal that you try to hold on to what you have, especially when guys are young. And that was in our case the situation. For the rest, for us, what is really important is that Quake has been played over the last years, no matter what. It has always been present on the main events. If you talk about ESWC, now it's also in the Intel Extreme Masters for the second season. And well, from what I see here and from other events, it's really successful. Quake Live is also a game that I, in that sense, believe in, that it is very easy. So if esports wants to make a next step towards a bigger audience, I guess you need games that are easy to understand and with an easy setup, and in which it is easy for somebody who doesn't really know the game to understand that somebody is really skillful. Because I mean, if I watch a Warcraft 3 game, that goes so extremely fast that I don't see why the one is really a lot more skillful than the other. So, and with Quake, that's comparatively easy. I also kind of expected, and maybe still, some kind of sports game to become real popular. I mean, a game like FIFA or something, because many people can relate to it. Football is very simple. So that's what I think.
Thanks. It's quite known that Razer as a company is also quite looking to the Quake scene and trying to have presence there. What relation is there between your decision to focus on Quake and Razer being your main sponsor?
Well, there is no relation actually. The only relation is, I guess, that we have had by far our biggest successes in Quake, and for a big part, thanks to those, I have Razer as our main partner, and I think that Razer in general focuses on sponsoring well-organized teams, reliable teams. In the end of the day, that's the same that with players. Look, I prefer more a reliable player than somebody who is irreliable but might incidentally get a better result. And I think that's the way as well Razer approaches their teams. They are, of course, it's important for them that you, on the odd occasion, win and that they can advertise with winners. But I think for them it's also really important that they have reliable partners. And esports has a bad past with teams blowing money or not spending money the way it should be. And so I think for every company that is involved in esports, it is the most important thing that they know that if they give money, that it is spent well. And in the end of the day, I don't think that Razer cares about where or how I have success, as long as I I'm a reliable partner, and yeah, from time to time unsuccessful. So I mean, yeah, but that only also makes our position better. The more successful we are, that's the way it goes.
That makes sense,
of course. So.